जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, jai Hanuman. We appeased Hanumanji and we told him that he is the favorite of Ma Sita and and Ramji. She should never have any doubts in his heart. And we experienced the first meeting of Ramji and Ma Sita. In our scriptures, if you hear, there is something very amazing. ये जो राम जी और सीता माँ की कथा है, रामायण है, we can hear it multiple times, but we never get bored. In fact, there are various gurus, various storytellers, various narrators. They will narrate it from their own perspective as if they are seeing what is being said and they are narrating. It is that at that moment they are there. And Bahuvidhi, various narrations, various creations, I would say, happen in their mind and it comes out. I do not know how, efficiently, unefficiently, like Tulsi Baba says, right? I am a small little child and Ramayana is such a great granth that I am going to fumble and stumble and I am going to use the Totri Bhasha, I am going to lisp and aap just listen to it and try to understand what is coming from my heart, not from my mouth. कहते हैं ना, हरि अनंत हरि कथा अनंता एंड कहे सुने बहुविधि बहु संता. So many sant, अलग अलग तरह से. But every time you listen to it, be it in any pandal, be it from the mouth of any guru, it sounds as sweet, right? Sugar remains sweet no matter where or from whose mouth it comes out from. And such is the beauty of Ramayana. And the beauty of Janakvasi. Have you just realized, in fact today morning this dawned to me, that we do not have to go anywhere. We just have to remain in devotion and faith. The journey has to be taken by the Lord, not us. हम कोई जर्नी लेते ही नहीं है. जस्ट इमेजिन ना, अयोध्या से खींच के विश्वामित्र जी इज टेकिंग हिम टू एवरी कॉर्नर. सिद्ध आश्रम, काम आश्रम, यमुना घाट, गंगा घाट, सरयू, नॉट यमुना घाट, गंगा घाट, सरयू. यहां पे ये हुआ, मां अहिल्याज आश्रम, ताटका, मारीच, सुभाऊ. Nothing, nobody moved from their place to go to Ayodhya. Shri Ram took that journey because that is the strength in his name. जब हम राम 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 रटते हैं, be it with any emotion, be it with any bhav, be it with any ras. We talked about so many different types of ras. Be it with any ras, be it bhakti ras, vatsalya ras, prem ras, वो खींचे चले आते हैं. We turn once and he moves 100 steps with full speed. And look at the devotion that Janakvasi had. Hari ने सोचा कि this Janakpuri, Janakvasi, Janaknandani and Raja Janak, all are such great devotees. How many people am I going to call to Ayodhya? मैं ही जनकपुरी पहुंच जाता हूं. And last time we had mentioned that Lakshman wanted to see Janakpuri because Janakpuri was so beautiful in itself, and with the Swayamvar coming, with the Pratyogita coming, it was decked up even better. It was ornate and so beautiful. But I would like to trace back. It was not Lakshman. It was actually Sri Ram who wanted to visit Janakpuri. He used the help of Sri Lakshman. He enticed Sri Lakshman by telling him how beautiful Janakpuri is, till Lakshman ji said ki chalo hame dekhna hai, and instantly Ram ji stood up. Why? Because he knew all of them, such great devotees, not the older, not the younger, not only the children, but even the plants and the animals of Janakpuri were waiting for him. And God does not keep anybody waiting for too long. When the time is right, Sri Ram comes. And this is what we experienced. We are anxious to meet him, yes, but he is desperate to meet us. And with this conviction, we will move forward. This one strong conviction कि हमें तो प्रभु की याद आती है, हमें प्रभु से मिलना है, पर हमारे से ज्यादा उत्सुकता उनकी है हमसे मिलने के लिए. He is desperate. And he entered Janakpuri, then the darshan Ma Sita had. And the beauty is, so far we realize that when they pray, when Ma Sita was praying to Ma Parvati, she could feel her prayers being answered, right? कहते हैं कि एक माला गिर गई, एक फूल गिर गया. But in her heart, she knew that Ma Parvati had listened to her prayers and she is going to answer it. And if we pay attention to when we are praying, when the connection happens, we will also know. It is not that the prayers are one way. No. When we talk to the Lord, He responds. But हमारे मन में हलचल इतनी होती है, the ripples that are there in the ocean or in the river of our heart does not allow us to see and hear those connections that are happening. When we talk, they respond. But for that we have to become calm. As calm as Ma Sita, as calm as the Janakvasis. But the calmness of Janakvasis had gone. Janak thought that he is Brahmaleen. He is a Nirakar Upasak. Right? एक तो साकार होते हैं, एक निराकार होते हैं. Beginning of the session, we did a lot of jumping from साकार to निराकार, निराकार to साकार, and then we said it's okay. Because वही निराकार साकार हो जाता है भक्तों के आंगन में. There's a beautiful bhajan, right? निराकार साकार हो गए भक्तों के आंगन में. भज राजे गोविंदा, भज मन ले, भज मन रे हरि का प्यारा नाम रे, गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम रे. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. And it says कि निराकार साकार हो जाते. So when Janak experienced that he had come back to the plane where he was not connected to the Nirakar anymore, it was because he could see that Nirakar in the Sakar form, which was Sri Ram himself, standing in front of him. The Janakpuri, who were worshipping that Nirakar, saw that Sakar Ram walking in front of them. When the Pratyogiyata was about to start, when the announcements were being made, कि आप लोग सब बैठ जाइए. Now, the Pratyogiyata is going to start. Ma Sita, Sunaina Ma, Sita Ma's mother, Raja Janak, everybody had that dilemma in their mind. Not only them, even the Praja. They thought कि let's just do away with the Pratyogiyata. How does it matter who is able to lift the bow or not? Ram is the apt groom for Ma Sita. And even if now Raja Janak does not understand and if he does not call off this Pratyogiyata, he is going to repent for the rest of his life. Such was the gupshup, such was the humbling and the mumbling going on in the Praja. What is Raja Dashrath up to? When is sense going to dawn? But Raja Dashrath, as it was once said, you don't take back your words. He looked around and he had given the highest pedestal to Guru Vishwamitra. And that particular place where Guru Vishwamitra was sitting was monitored and organized by himself. And he could have kept only one place, right? But he didn't. Vishwamitra sat in the middle. One side was Ramji and the other side was Lakshmanji. Totally at the top, at the highest point, these both are sitting. Now they did not sit with the Rajas, they did not sit with the prince, because somehow, I do not know how actually, I was wondering, how come the invitation did not reach Raja Dashrath? How come the invitation did not go to Ayodhya? How come Sri Ram and Lakshmanji came uninvited? They were not invited for the Pratyogiyata. They did not even know about it. They have come as spectators. They have not come to participate in it. And that is the agony and the irony. But everybody is perturbed, right? Everybody is wondering what will happen next. Some are mesmerized by Ramji's beauty and his amazing glow, that many of the prince, without even moving forward, have decided that they won't participate only, because he is going to be the rightful groom for Ma Sita. They said no. They left their asans, sat down just to watch. It is said that Ravan and Sahasrabahu, they made an excuse and they went away. Now there are various narrations. In certain narrations it is that Ravan tried his best and he could not. But in certain narrations it is that he did not even decide to touch the bow. He said there is some urgency in Lanka, hence I have to go. He left. That is what some narrations say. It must be a different Leela in a different Treta Yuga, as we always believe, right? Let's not focus on facts, because there are so many Treta Yugas in our universe. There are so many multiple universes. There are so many multiple Treta Yugas. God knows which Leela happened where. So it's okay. Finally, the announcements are made and everybody is seated. There were more people than expected who had come to see this. There were more people than expected. The entire Janakpuri was there in the audience. Now, doesn't it happen? It was a beautiful analogy given by one of the sages who was narrating. He said that before, when Ramayana used to play, right? Ramayana used to play in DD, right? At that time, everybody would drop whatever they are doing and they would sit down to watch Ramayana. Hota tha na? I also remember, we used to sit down, ki ab Ramayana aa rahi hai, cooking, gas off, everything off. We'll go and sit and we'll watch. After the Ramayana finishes, then we'll continue with our work. Adha ghanta, 45 minutes, 1 hour, whatever it takes. That was the, that was the pull towards the serial. Now, if Ramji is there, how strong would be the pull? I wonder that would it be possible for anybody to stay home? The pull would have been so strong that everybody descended, not only the Janakpuris, the demons and the Daityas and the gods, everybody disguised themselves and was present there. I'm sure in the Sabha, Hanumanji must be sitting somewhere. We do not know about him. He's not been mentioned, but he must be there. So everybody, it was as if the entire world had come to a standstill. Entire universe had come to a standstill. The sun, the moon, everybody was curiously watching ki ab kya hoga. And then the Pratyogita was about to start. And it started. One after another king. One after another person. Sometimes 10 of them together, it is said. They went and tried to move the bow. But there was something weird that was happening. It was as if the bow was absorbing all their power. Move it was not possible. When they came back exhausted, as if the entire power of theirs was drained by the bow. Kuch bacha hi nahi. Raja Janak was anxious. Ma Sunaina was anxious. Ma Sita was pretty happy. She did not want any of them to lift it any which ways. She was like, okay, let it be. They tried and they tried. They glared at the bow. They looked at the bow. They prayed to all the deities they knew. But no matter what, वो हिल ही नहीं रहा था. Each and every one tried. Each and every one came back exhausted. The bow became stronger. It started glowing even more. Ma Sita was wondering what will happen next when Raja Janak got up with remorse and anger and with a lot of dejection and disappointment. He said, it's okay. Brahmaji forgot to make any gallant or strong or courageous man. He has not been created. It's okay. My Sita will remain a maiden. Koi farak nahi padta hai. I am not going to break my vow. There is no champion. There is no gallant man here. There is nobody who can even leave, you lift it and string it is a different thing. You can't even move it an inch. Nobody is there. Go home. All of you just go home. And at that time, now the most amazing character of Ramayana, the most amazing, I don't know what to say about him because words fail. He's Sheshnag, and in Ramayana he is Lakshman. And the Jodi is so beautiful. One is dark and one is fair. One is calm and one is ever angry. And when all this is being said, Vishwamitra is seated, Ramji is seated, Lakshmanji is seated, but Lakshmanji is not able to sit for a very long time. He is fumbling and he's fuming and is fair, but now he's turning red. Not because of the insult that is being rendered to him, but he says Ram is in this sabha. And how dare Janak, now Janak ji nahi, how dare Janak utter such words. He was quiet for a while, because he would normally not speak out of turn when Ramji is there, but he could not contain himself. Well, ye to khud ke liye kuch bolenge nahi. Then he stood up. He said, Janak, how dare you utter such words when Raghuvanshis are sitting over here? आप ऐसे बोले तो बोले कैसे? And very, very bluntly, it was like a burst of anger. And you can imagine Lakshman now with his nose all twisted, all red. You can just imagine Shwet red of flushed red of anger. And he's shouting and he's yelling literally. And Ramji is just looking at him, not able to stop him, or maybe not wanting to stop him because it was the need of the time to speak. And he spoke. He said, What do you think this bow? This earth, this entire earth, I can pick up and I can throw and it will break like an unbaked or ill-baked clay pot. What is this bow in front of it? I can pick it. Not only can I string it, I can run some 800 miles with it. This old piece. And you did not realize that Sri Ram is sitting over here. If he gives me the permission, I'll show you what I can do. You're talking about this earth. I can twist the entire universe upside down. And of course, why not? It is not possible. Kya? He is Sheshnag himself. On his head, the definition, the description of our earth is like just a speck of dust on the head of Sheshnag. इतने से हैं हम. And हम क्या सोचते हैं कि हम क्या हैं? Right? Our earth has no wajud. It is nothing. And we consider ourselves so much. I don't know where that me and I exist and I make a difference comes in, because sitting on Sheshnag's head, all he has to do is this and everything is finished in history. So he's talking to Raja Janak. You want me to give it a try? Ramji, you give me the permission. How dare he utter such words? Now Ramji and Vishwamitra ji is smiling because he said he wanted the right time, And Ramji told Lakshman, it's inappropriate to talk like that, Badger. Fuming and angry, Lakshman ji sat down. Bad guy. Okay, take it. Jo karna hai karo. Give me a chance. And he's still fumbling. He's fumbling. He cannot contain his anger. Not because he was insulted, because Ramji was insulted. And that is what is said in many of our scriptures. When Ma Sati goes to Daksha's Havan, right? Apan dekhte in the beginning of Ramayana and even in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. When she goes there and she sees that there is disrespect rendered to Shivji, there is no asan for Shivji, what does she say? Very clearly she says that if you have the capacity, clear it. Tell them that this is not right. But if you have the capacity, if they are not listening, pull out their tongues. It is not, we'll be very careful because it is violent and we don't talk about violence at all. Otherwise, cover your ears and run away. By pulling out the tongue, it was like, because when this stanza came, this word came, and when we talk about being non-violent all the time, I was asked, कि ये क्यों लिखा हुआ है जगह जगह पे? Even in Bhagavad it is there, even in Ramayana it is there. Then I had the opportunity to be sitting with Guru Kirit Bhaiji, and I asked, and beautifully he said, it is not pulling of the tongue. It is by using your words to clear their doubt. But if they continuously abuse your faith and your beliefs, close your ears and walk away. But what happens to us is we are very intolerant when it comes to our insult, right? But we are very tolerant when it comes to the insult of our God and our dharma. Isn't it? Think about it. Our scriptures are very deep. Every word, everything, every narration is very deep. यहाँ पे Lakshman is not agitated because he is being demeaned. He is not talking about his strength. He is saying when Ram is there, my divine God is there, my Aradhya Dev is there, I am not going to sit and listen to what you are saying. I am going to stand up and speak. And by his power, Lakshman said, it is not by my power, it is by his power. I will show you what can be done. And Lakshmanji is beautifully telling us how we should behave in the midst of ridicule towards our dharma or our God. Beautiful example, but Ramji said, "Baith jao, chup, chup, chup." And at that moment, Raja Janak had a small smile. Suddenly he smiled. Because he did not know how to say, ki ab Ram tum aao, try. Because he knew it is Parabrahm himself who has come in. But then he was a bit hesitant. So Vishwamitra ji said, Ram, get up. Not only move and string it, break it. Tod do. Bhav bhanjan. Tod do. Go. And when this happened, Sunaina, she's a mother, right? Ma Sita's mother. She told her friend, she said, Vishwamitra ji ko kya ho gaya hai? That delicate little boy, and look at the size of that bow. Nobody could string it. Why is he sending him to do such a task? Vishwamitra ji is so wise, so knowledgeable. How come today discrimination and Vivek has left him? And at that time, this is how having good company, right? Having right counsel removes your delusion. The friend says, listen, do you know Agastya Muni is a sage which was born out of the jar. We know, right? Agastya Muni is a jar-born sage. The story is long. We won't go into it right now. But he was able to drink the entire ocean. He's a jar-born sage. He was able to drink the entire ocean. And do you see the sun in the morning? The orb is so small and tiny. But when the sun comes out, is darkness able to withhold? No. When the sun rises, the darkness vanishes. And बाकी सब छोड़ो, she says, मंत्रों की शक्ति देखो आप. ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. छोटे छोटे मंत्र. But they have the power to control the deity himself, whom you are chanting for. ओम नमः शिवाय शिद्दत के साथ कीजिए. शिव सामने नहीं आ जाए. Om Namo Bhagavate. Put your thought, word and deed to it. क्या विष्णु नहीं खिंचे आएंगे? And she's saying, माँ सुने ना, मंत्र इतने से होते हैं. But they have the strength to pull down that God and make him stand in front of you. And ये तो राम है, साक्षात राम. When this kind of a counsel was given, her doubt vanished. That is why, when we are in doubt, when we are in a dilemma, when thoughts are churning and our mind and heart is becoming gloomy, turn to right counsel. The people around us make a big difference. Always. And with this, again she had confidence. And all the Janakpuris, Vasis, all the Janak Vasis, what were they doing? They started praying. They said, if in our previous births we have done any punya, if we have done anything good. May all the fruits of those good deeds go to Sri Ram. May he be powerful. Ma Sita over here says, ki may the Dhanush become weak. Please become as powerful as Sri Ram. If I have done anything good, if I have done any good deed, may it go to Sri Ram. And do you know, this is how we all pray unknowingly. Every day or every night or whenever we go to the mandir, when we are sitting and doing arati, what are we doing? What is arati? हम आरती करते हैं, घंटी बजाते हैं, आरती करते हैं, and then we jhapno, right? We literally rush. Suppose you are in a temple where there is so much of rush. I've seen people just rushing towards that jyot so that they can take arati. Why do they rush so much? There is nothing different over here. When the arti is being done in the mandir, they are taking away all the negativity, all the evil eye, all the kasht of the Lord from him. It is taken away, and knowingly, unknowingly, we rush to share it. We rush to take it away. So we don't go to the temple or we don't go to the Lord to ask. We go to take. And what do we go to take? Take away his agony. Take away his pain. Take away his nazar. And give to him everything that we have. कि प्रभु अगर मैंने कुछ पुण्य इकट्ठा करा है तो आप ले लो. और उसके बदले में मुझे आपके कष्ट दे दो. And that is the crux of Sanatan Dharma. Such beauty. And so over here, all the Janakvasis, they are giving all their punya sitting there to Sri Ram. Ki may all my punya, may all my good deeds, if I've done anything ever, may it all be connected and diverted towards Ram. We do not want anything but for him to be successful in this. And that is the bhav we all go to the temple with. And that is the bhav, if we are not going to the temple with, we should go to the temple with. We are not yachaks. We are also datas only, you know. हम तो ऐसे धर्म को belong करते हैं कि हम अपने पुण्य भगवान को दे देते हैं. Just imagine, without any doubt, all the Janakvasis immediately gave away everything to the Lord. And then what happened? Ramji got up. Look at the composure. Look at the decorum. Look at the sambhav, the equanimity that he displayed. There was no rush, there was no fluster, there was no agitation, nothing. He was shant. Saralta se, sahajta se, he got up. He thanked. He joined his hands to his Guru. He slowly went down. He took a parikrama of the bow and he joined his hands and smiled. Because that was his Aradhya Dev. It was Shivji's Dhanush which was lying over there. And we know, right, कि when we ask Shivji, what is the mantra that you give to everybody in their ears when they are in Kashi? He says, Ram, 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 Ram mantra deta hu. And when you ask Sri Hari and Ramji, कि आपका मूल मंत्र क्या है? He says, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Such is the devotion towards each other that they have. So he's standing there, joined hands, praying to his divine Lord. With a smile, there is no tussle, there is no tug, nothing. Calm and composed. It is as if he has joined his hands and he's still standing there. And this time of narration by Tulsi Baba is very long. You know, just imagine, everybody has become a statue. It is like a canvas now, nobody is moving. So many people, pin drop silence, not even the winds have stopped. Nobody is moving. It's like a canvas painting there in Janakpuri. Ramji is standing there with his hands joined. Imagine this drishya. Massive Shivji ka dhanush is in front of him. With his eyes closed, he's standing there, sahaj, humble, down to earth. See, the thing is, What differentiates people? It is the way they approach things. The others came with anger, agitation, कि मैं करके दिखाऊंगा. राम जी को किसी को भी कुछ करके दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं लगी थी. He did not come to show off his strength. He had no intentions to. I wonder why he was called in the end. Why was he not summoned in the beginning? But then there would be doubt, right? If we would have gone before him, then maybe we could have lifted the bow. We did not even get a chance. So he waited his turn quietly. He was not even sure that he would be called. There was no display. See, what is there to show? Most of, we think that when we enter a sabha, we want to show things, right? We want to show which car we are coming from, how we are dressed, what purse are we wearing, which brand does it have. You think that makes an individual? Or the looks? No, that does not make an individual. What makes an individual is his virtue and his character. And how the same situation is approached by different people. भैया राम जी, humble, कुछ भी नहीं है, simple. Standing there, joint hands, not willing to show any power, any tussle, not wanting to show anybody down. He's just following the agya that was given. And this is the time when we have to introspect. Is it our virtue or our character that differentiate us, or we have to take the support of all the material things to have a standing in this world? सोचिए तो सही. राम सिंहासन में भी राम थे. When he did not have a kingdom also, in the jungle also he was Ram. With all the jewelry, he was Ram. With the Valkal also he was Ram. Because we are beyond the material things that surround us. And that understanding was totally, deeply ingrained in Sri Ram. मुकुट पहना दो तो भी खुश, नहीं पहनाओ तो भी खुश. अगर धनुष उठाने का नहीं बोला होता तो भी खुश, और धनुष उठाने का बोल दिया तो भी खुश. And it is mentioned twice that there is no bhavna, there is no upheaval in his mind. He is totally calm, composed when he is getting up. Sthit pragna. And before he knows, when everybody is just thinking and praying and offering, before he knows, before anybody knows, he picks up the dhanush, it is stringed and it is broken and it is thrown down. Like a lightning. किसी को समझ ही नहीं आया कि कब धनुष उठाया, कब he stringed it, when did it get broken and when did it fall on the floor. Everybody was just watching. But Lakshmanji knew. The minute Ramji was about to pick the dhanush, the bow, Lakshmanji put his legs down, the toe of his legs down, to hold the earth. It said, Ab Ram dhanush uthayenge Shivji ka. Both great personalities. So he said, be careful. The turtle that is holding the Mandara mountain, the boar that is holding the earth, Sheshnag, tum bhi sthir ho jao. All the elephants that are guarding all the corners, please be steady. Don't move. Because now the unthinkable is going to happen. Ramji is going to lift the bow. Pinaki uthane hi wale hain. And he put his leg down. Of course he can, right? He's Sheshnag. He gave the entire support so that the earth does not collapse. His toe stepping right down. And nobody knew. But the toe stepped down. And when Lakshman finished doing that, Ramji picked up. So that nobody is harmed. And before he knew, the bow was there, broken, beaten, down. Everybody was stunned. Ma Sita did not believe that had happened. Raja Janak did not believe it. इसने तो स्ट्रिंग नहीं करा, तोड़ के गिरा दिया. The son actually was not very sure. He's almost all his horses shaked and trembled before he could gain control of them again. Everything stopped for a minute before the music started and the celebration went up. So many beautiful drums were playing, kettle drums, people dancing, rejoicing, flowers being thrown. Everybody was so relieved that Ramji broke the bow and Ramji is going to go and marry Sita. But we'll stop here for 2 minutes. Because our scriptures are beyond these stories, right? What is this bow? What is this Pratyogita? What is Ma Sita coming and garlanding Sri Ram? Can we just stop and think about it? A moment of silence and think, what is this telling you? Scriptures should speak to us. Scriptures should tell us the deeper meaning, the depth of it. What is it? Bhav tod do. The others could not move it. The bow was absorbing the entire power. What is it? What is Tulsi Baba trying to tell us? What is this narration? Bhav tod do. There are various meanings. Bhavarth hota hai, vacharth hota hai. There are various different types of earth, but we'll basically take bhav tod do. Break the cycle, the mundane cycle of birth and death. And how is it possible when we break the desires? It is very difficult. Desires, we hold on to. We can't break them. And they are so powerful that when we try to fight them, what do? They take away all our energy to fight them, isn't it? Is it possible to say, no, I am desireless, I have desire for nothing? बहुत मुश्किल है. And this bow is exactly that. It is sucking all the power. People can't move it. एक क्षण भी हम लोग, are we free of our desires? Trishna. कहते हैं ना, this is Trishna. Extreme Trishna that we have. We'd be lying to ourselves. Or the moh or the maya that surrounds us. So powerful. Kam, krodh, moh, mad, matsarya, lobh. And then, more than anything else, the desire to be recognized and to be awarded for it. है ना, छोटा सा भी हम काम करेंगे. So what do we want? We want recognition, right? Now, who made all this happen? Narad Muni made all this happen? No. It is all Narad Muni's curse, right? Ramji khade hain. Thanks to him, we have our Ramayan. But he also could not escape this. It is not that easy. It is very strong. It is very heavy. It just so happened that Narad Muni conquered Kam. He was sitting. Kamdev came and he tried to lure Narad Muni. But Narad Muni could not be lured. He sat there with all the mesmerizing and the majestic beauties dancing, whatever Kamdev could do, he used all his arrows. Shivji to bhasma kar dete hain. Narad Muni ne bhasma bhi nahi kiya. He was sitting there and the desires, everything was dancing around him, but what happened was, Narad Muni did not move. He conquered Kam. Kamdev, he said, you have conquered me. You are the most powerful, you are more powerful than anybody else that I have ever seen. With me around also, you did not have to destroy me, you overcome me, came me. Desires, right? Calm. And he was very overjoyed. So he went to Brahmaji, his father. He said, see, this is what has happened. I have conquered Kam. So now I am the most powerful. Brahmaji heard him out like a nice father. He said, very good, my dear. You have told me everything, but I would suggest that you have told me, don't go and tell Shivji. He said, why? Of course, right? When we have accomplished something, we want the world to know. We want everybody to applaud. How is it that the accomplishment can happen alone in a closed room without anybody knowing? He said, no. Why should I not go? He went to Shivji. Again, he started, Aapne to bhasma kar diya tha. I did not even have to destroy him. I could control him. I am above desires. Shivji said, very good. I am so happy for you. But my humble advice is, don't go to Vishnu. And again he said, why not? Even Vishnu should know. Of course, I've done such a big thing. My glory should be sung across the world. He went to Vishnuji. Again he said the same thing to Vishnuji, and Vishnuji did not say, don't say it to anybody. Vishnuji's greatest devotee is Narad Muni. So Vishnuji took it onto himself to teach him a lesson. And we'll cut the long story short. he created a beautiful mirage. There was a beautiful princess, Vishwamohini, and her father, and everything. Narad Muni fell in love with her. He said, you dress me up like you. Then he was given a monkey face. He went into the sabha, everybody laughed at him. Later on, he cursed Vishnuji that the way I have suffered, you will also suffer. And at that time, the entire delusion disappeared. There was nothing. There was no kingdom. There was no Vishwamohini. There was nothing. It was only Ma, Lakshmi, and him standing. He joined his hands. He repented. And Sri Hari said that it is for the greater good. There are various reasons for which I go down, and I'll go down for one of these. And later on, Hanuman and the Vanar Seva helped him. So Ma Sita, in her mind, is already thinking, see what Narad Muni has said has happened. Now we are going to meet here in Mrityulok. And when you look at the entire scenario, the way Ramji approached it, he did not want any accolades. He did not want any applauses. He did not want anything. He did it because it was to be done. So Narad Muni wanted the world to know. Ramji did not want the world to know. It was not in his agenda. And this desire is very difficult to move. Let's get back to it. And this desire is so difficult to move. Nobody can. It's exhausting to fight desires. Our energies get depleted. Isn't it? But is it possible? Yes, it is possible. And Ramji tells us कि ऐसे करो. Naman karo. You don't fight your desires. You don't rage a battle against them. You join them. You acknowledge them. And you say, okay, this is the desire I have, but I will choose to think about Hari. You can stay. I'm not fighting you. At the same time, let me just focus on Hari. You can stay alone. When you're humble, you're down to earth, you're not fighting, you're not tugging. You're not saying, no, I'll become desireless. Because there is no I there, right? It happens. It has to happen. All the desires will get dropped on their own. And before you know, the bow is going to come to your hand. It'll get stringed and it will be broken. And what is Ma Sita? Where does Sri Ram come? When there is contentment, right? Only when all the desires are broken will there be contentment. The richest person is not the person who has everything in this world. The richest person is the person who's contented with what he has in this world. Ma is a depiction of contentment. And when we are able to overcome all the desires, we are able to overcome all the necessity to be known and acknowledged. That is when Ma Sita comes towards us. She's contentment, she's devotion, she's bhakti. And for that, the entire process has to be made. Now the bow is broken. There is rejoicing. And Ma Sita is gradually walking towards Sri Ram. Now she's being taken. She's happy. Raja Janak is very overjoyous. The entire city is lighting up. There are crackers bursting. The rangolis are suddenly being made. Devas are showering flowers. Music is loud. And slowly she is walking. But now she is in agony. Now this is a beautiful narration. It is not there in Valmiki Ramayana nor Tulsi Ramayana. But she is in agony. And now Lakshman ji is thinking, कि why should there be agony now? अब जिसको भगवान नहीं मिलते हैं, उसके दिल में दुख हो सकता है, right? पर जिसको भगवान मिल गए हैं, उसके मन में कैसा दुख? Right? Of course, who is dukhi? Everybody is dukhi in this world. Only those are dukhi who do not have God with them. And when God is with you, whether you have something or the other, or people or not, or material things or not, you're always very happy. So now he's wondering. So Ramji is looking and Ramji decided to look down. He looked at Ramji. He wondered why Ma Sita is not happy. He closed his eyes and then he realized Ma Sita is thinking that he's so tall and I am a little short. Now how am I going to put the Varmala over his head? So she is asking him to bend Please, when I come near you, just bend. And Ramji is in his masti, he's closed his eyes, he's ignoring it. So Lakshmanji is saying, oh my God, what do I do now to make things, easy for Ma? Now the loyalties have shifted towards Ma. Suddenly it was Ram and now the loyalties are Ma. So he said, what do I do? And at that moment, Lakshmanji rushes. He touches the feet of Ramji. Now, the minute he touches the feet, Ramji bends. The minute he bends, Sita Ma puts the Varmala. And he stands. And he asks, Lakshman, why did you choose this moment to touch my feet? He said, this is the amazing moment when you are with Ma Sita. Ram, Ram, Ram. But when it becomes Sita Ram, there is nothing bigger than that, right? Ram is complete only with his Sita. And this was the moment when both of you were standing together. How could I miss the opportunity? So I jumped and I touched your feet. Ramji understood. What mischief, na? Abhi the loyalties have changed. And he went back and he sat down. But at that moment, all the kings, there were so many kings who became jealous. They became angry. They did not like this. They said, this is not fair. We are going to fight a battle. We are going to fight and get Sita Ma. Everybody started getting up. The good and the virtuous one said, what are you doing? This is Jag Janani Ma. He is Jagat Pita. They are supposed to be together. We all know it. Why is it that you are losing your virtue? But they were about to stand up. They said, no, there will be a battle. No matter what, we are going to take Sita away. Her friends slowly took Ma Sita away. And she sat down. Raja Janak was watching. Ramji was just looking at that time, at that moment when the kings were about to gather and get up. Somebody came from the blue and it was Parashuram. My God, we all know about Parashuram, right? Very, very strong to look at, very fair, mated locks. He has 2 bowstring tried here, ulta. He has an axe. He's wearing his valkal. He has Janehu also. And he's angry and furious because many grunts say that he had trusted this bow and he had kept it here. And when he heard it break, he got furious and he came running and he shouted, who broke this bow? I want to know who broke it because that person is not going to live. And Parshuram has a great temper. It is said that he made the earth free from Kshatriyas 21 times. Right? 21 times. He destroyed the Kshatriyas. The story is long. We'll share it some other time. And in fact, he had such power that such tapas. In fact, it is said that once, his mother and father, there was some disagreement and she became late while coming and his father got angry. And he said, no, I want you to chop her head off. Parshuram was such a devoted son. He took his mother and he chopped her head off. And then his father got so impressed. He said, now tell me, what do you want? He said, I want my mother to come back and may she have no memory of this cruel act done by you. Such was the power of him and his father. And of course, the mother came back. She had no memory. Later on, this Rishi was killed. And to avenge it, Parshuram destroyed the Kshatriyas 21 times with his axe and his bows. So strong, so angry. The Kshatriyas used to tremble when they used to think of this Brahmin. And when he came, he was furious, looking here, looking there. The kings just sat down. Raja Janak did not know what to do. He said that all the good has been undone. Now what will happen? Ma Sita was wondering, ab kya hoga? And Parshuram started yelling and shouting. And at that time again, Lakshman could not contain himself. He stood up and he said, see, when I was a child, I've broken many bows. मैंने तो बहुत सारे धनुष तोड़े हैं. आज ही आप क्यों आए हैं? Why is it that you have come today? This was an old bow. We picked it up. It got broken. What is the big deal? Now the dialogue is so amazing. I do not know whether, maybe we'll read it bit by bit. Because Parshuram turned to Lakshman. He said, who is this? What do you mean it is just a bow? And what do you mean I never came when you were a child? Who is this Balak? Doesn't he know who I am? I am Parshuram. I have made this earth free from Kshatriyas so many times. Does he know about my tapal? Does he know about my power? Now again, Lakshmanji said, आप इतना बोल ही रहे ना, यू ऑलरेडी टॉकिंग सो मच अबाउट योर पावर, nobody else has to say. And even if I did not know, now I know. And what do you think I am? What, I'm a pumpkin that you're going to just snip out? Now Vishwamitra ji is smiling and he says ki Parashuram ji is standing in front of Ram, he is standing in front of Lakshman. He has such great tapas, yet he is not able to identify. And he's continuing with this argument, and this argument goes on for a very long time. And he says, what do you think I am? And Parshuramji says, who is this? Who is this child? It is because of my karuna. It is because of my humble nature that I am not doing anything to him. Otherwise, I would have destroyed him. Then he says, if this is your karuna and this is your humble nature, how do you behave when you get angry? What happens when you get angry? And the discussion went on for a very long time. Suddenly Ramji came up and Ramji said, stop Lakshman. Sit down. And Lakshmanji went back, but he was still smurfing and he was making those faces. And Ramji is asking Parshuramji to calm down. But Parshuramji is not calming down. He's so angry and so agitated. He said, how can I calm down when that boy who is white from outside, but his heart is very black, it is like a pot of gold which has poison in it, is making those faces on me. He said, see, now Ramji starts talking. Lakshman ko he asks him to keep quiet. And Ramji said, see, the problem is, if had we known that you are a Brahmin, we would not have said anything. He got confused. Now see, you have a Janehu also, you have weapons also, you are holding an axe also, you are shouting also. Had he known that you are from that kul, we would have decided to just stand there and touch your feet. But he actually got confused. And again, he said, you are also taking a side. You are again and again saying that you got confused. What do you think? You know how powerful I am? He again started rambling and shouting. And he said, Janak, you come here. He lifted his axe. And he said, listen, you're not angry with anybody else. It's me. It's me who broke the bow. I picked it up. It was old. It got broken. Now you tell me, what can we do to mend it? How can we appease you? Now Ramji was talking to him very politely. Lakshmanji had lost his temper. Parashuram, known for his temper, could not be controlled. When Ramji suddenly said, smiling and joyously, he said, listen, मैं तो सिर्फ राम हूँ. I am a very small Dhanurdhari Ram, right? And you have a prefix called Parashu. You are Parashuram. You have all the 9 guns which probably I do not know whether I have or not. What are the 9 guns he was appreciating Parashuram with? He said, you have tranquility, right? You can remain calm if you choose to, right? You have restraint. The amount of tap you have done, you have restraint. Now he's reminding him of his gun. You have the power of penance. How many times we have prayed through thousands and thousands of years. Who does not know about you? You are pure. Your intention was not to destroy Kshatriyas. They were causing nuisance. They were not ruling properly. It was needed that those evil kings be destroyed. So you went to the mission and you destroyed them. ऐसा नहीं था कि you did it out of vengeance. I know it. And rest assured, we are not those kind of Kshatriyas. Again he says, you have forbearance, self-control. Then, so much. He says you have knowledge, not only of yourself, but you have the supreme knowledge. Gyan and Vigyan, you are a Gyani and a Vigyani. Knowledge of the world and knowledge of the self are 2 different knowledges. And more so, Parshuramji, the biggest strength that you have, first is straightforwardness. You don't mince words. You are very strong faith. You have faith in that divine. You have faith in that God. That is your core quality. And now Parshuramji also stopped. He said, in this scenario, when I am shouting, it is so tense. This little boy is not losing his cool. No matter how abusive I am getting, he is responding with such calmness. And not only this, In the midst of all the insults that I am rendering, he is telling me my qualities. Who is this child? See, in this scenario, they have told us what a behavior should be, how one should respond in the situation which is working against us. Calm, quiet, composed. And he reminded Parshuram of what he stands for. At that moment, the anger subsided. Parshuramji came back to his own self and he said, Ram, can you please take this bow for me and clear my doubt? This was Vishnuji's bow. And Ramji just lifted his hand, and that bow which was in Parshuramji's hand flew to Ramji's hand. And at that moment, he realized who was standing in front of him. In his heart, he joined his hands to Sheshnag, that was Lakshman, who was instigating him, and to Ramji, who pacified him. He left to continue with his penance with so much of joy that thousands and thousands of years of tapasya had actually become fruitful with this one darshan. The fear was gone. Everybody started rejoicing again. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman, Jai Hanuman.